Welcome to my projectbazaar.com. Let us see the title for resource allocation in cloud computing using the uncertainty principle of game theory. Abstract visualization of resources on the cloud offer a scalable means of consuming service beyond the capability of small system. In a cloud that offer infrastructure such as processor, memory, hard disk, etc. Allocation of virtual machine formed by grouping two or more any be needed. Economical management of cloud resources needs allocation strategies with minimum wastage while configuring service and of actual request. We propose a resource allocation mechanism for machine on the cloud based upon principle of collision formation and the uncertainty principle of game theory. In data intensive applications such as map reduce even web search, the placement of disks that hold data can affect performance to the great extent. Taking into account collision of machines that are closer in proximity or are given higher payoff, the exact task information is uncertain until the arrival of actual request. In flow, user authentication is first flow, file selection is second flow, and server allocation is third flow, and using game theory is fourth flow. And finally, we can measure the performance measure. In user authentication phase, the user will register into the server. After registration phase is completed, user will log in through the server using ID and password. After checking ID and password, user enter into the server. After entering into the server, user will select the file. It will send to the server. Server will allocate the user file using game theory. Game theory is nothing but game theory is a formal study of conflict and cooperation. Game theoretical concept apply whenever the action of several agents are interdependent. These agents may be individual groups, firms, or any combination of these. The concept of game theory provide a language to formulate, structure, analyze, and understand such scenarios. After using the game theory, it will allocate to the particular kind, and finally we can measure the performance measure for that class. Demo for this project. First of all, we have to run the first frame.java. The home page will be shown. Our title is Resource Allocation Cloud Computing using the uncertainty principle of game theory. The game theory is nothing but is a formal study of conflict and cooperation. Game theoretical concept apply whenever the action of server agents are intermediate. These agents may be individual groups or individuals or any combination of requirement. The concept of game theory provide a language to formulate structure, analyze, and understand strategic scenarios. You can after this home page we can click process button. First of all, the client authentication page will be shown. This authentication page is nothing but some security provided to the cloud. So you have to enter name first and then address. This is some authentication provided in the cloud. Click two buttons. We can add these two numbers and answer will be shown in this text box. Answer will be right in text box. After writing this text box, you can click the next button. The second level of user client authentication will be shown. This is the user is exit client. You can click exit client. Otherwise, you can click new client. Select the user registration will be shown. In this registration place, it will all details are stored in cloud. That means cloud server providers. So you can enter your name, password, and phone number, and also age. After filling all these text field, you can click register button. It registers successfully and all details will be stored in server. Click OK. After that new registration page is completed, you can click exit client, username and password you can write, and click login. After that, the server installation page will be shown. In this page, we have to use the resource allocation first of all in the server. After that, the client will be select the file to store to the server. In this page, the server will using the game theory, uncertainty game theory. That means it will two algorithms we have used in this project. One is task allocation, one is collision dissolving algorithm. In task collection, each task is considered as a resources. That means the client will choose the file and it will be sent to the server. After the sending, the server will check all the resources. All the resources means it will allocated file to the client or not. After this checking is considered as a game theory. We have to after allocating the file to client, the status is open. Otherwise, it will be closed. The status is closed. We have to use the collision dissolving algorithm. In this algorithm, we have to consider the reallocation for that client. That means server will rechecking the resources after if the client file is 1000 KB. That means the server allocating another resources. That means 2000 resources. You have to after allocating the server, the client file is processed in server. In this algorithm is using collision dissolving algorithm. First of all, we have to allocate the resources for the server first. Allocate and client, select client 1 and see available. There are 5 resources will be there in server. After that, you can click allocate button. First of all, you have to, this is a server client process. In server client process, this is a communication link is request between port number. The server port number is same with the client. That means it will be connected, otherwise it would be rejected. So you can click the server start button. First of all, server will choose the file and send to the client. This file will be considered as a resource to check the is available resources or not, or long resources. I will select title.text, click open the 313263 is a server port number and it will allocate to the client 1. After that, you can click 7th frame.java. In this frame, you can start the client first. Connecting, that means it will connect means the resources will be allocated to the client. If the file is not allocated means the collision dissolving algorithm is. But in this page we have to use the task allocation algorithm. That means if task is means the file and it will collision allocated means the status is open. That means the server will check all the resources for that file. After the checking, it will allocate it to the client. That means first of all, you have to see in the connection means connecting, the server will be connected. After that, the file name is it will be stored into the all1.txt it received, and status is open means it will allocated to the client. The time will be execution for the process is 177.0. After that, you seeing all the details, you can click next button. This page is allocation name. That means every server and client will allocate file. That means it will start 11 o'clock and it will end 12 o'clock. Means it will execution time is 1 hour. So you can allocating time is, you can see in this page. See in this page. It will varying the files. That means every file is not a same size, so it will varying the time, and server allocation time is varying. So finally you can see see our time, and finally we have to show the graph for that task allocation time. In this graph, the server will allocate client 1 and will client 2 and will client 3. That means in server installation page, the client will choose client 1. That means client 1 is allocated for server. Otherwise, you can select client 2 or client 3. These are all procedure to file sent to the server. After that, selecting the file sent to the server means it will check which algorithm is suitable for client. That means task allocation page or collision dissolving algorithm. To choose these two algorithm, and finally one algorithm will consider two task allocation and will and send file to the client. Thank you.